Welcome to Journal Entries. I'm Samantha Hawley, and I work with successful women in business and leadership who are making six figures and tired of their work stress bleeding into their home life. I specialize in the ripple effect, helping you regulate your nervous system so that you can be focused and fulfilled in your career and patient and present at home. If you're ready to leave work at work and choose presence over performance, you are in the right place. Hello, welcome to today's journaling session. On Tuesday, we celebrated the 3-year anniversary of journal entries. And I was thinking about what type of journaling session that we could do today. And it hit me that something almost all of my clients struggle with is celebrating themselves. One of my past private clients, Kristi, said something in her reflection form that stuck with me. She said this statement. She said, "You helped me celebrate my wins, which I'm not the best at doing." And that kind of jogged my memory of how many times I've heard that from other clients. But one of the bigger examples with her is when she officially told me that she stepped into the CFO position at her company. And this had been a slow transition in the making for her over the past 2 or 3 years or so. And so when it finally happened, I received a voice memo from her. And she said it like, "So I guess that means I'm officially the CFO." Like, it was no big deal. Like, becoming the CFO is just something that happened that day. And of course, it's a huge deal. Of course, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, congratulations." And I sent her some champagne because it is a big deal, but she just couldn't see it or feel it initially. So that's what we're journaling through today, about why you can't celebrate yourself even when you've done something incredible. And this is also important for the times that you've done those non-scale victories, as I used to call them in the health and fitness world, but you've done the small things, because those need to be celebrated too. In fact, those might need to be celebrated even more. Those are especially important for us hyperachievers. But it's all important, right? And it's because this isn't just about being humble, which as women we are almost praised for being. And it's also not about like moving fast and chasing the dangling carrot. It's about something so much deeper, which I think you're about to realize with these prompts. So let's dig into prompt number 1. What was the last thing that you accomplished that you didn't celebrate or that you barely acknowledged? Just notice what comes up. Don't judge it. Just write it down. Prompt number 2. When you think about celebrating that win, what thought immediately follows? Is it something like, "But it's not that big of a deal. Other people have done more. I should have done it sooner. I got lucky. I don't know how to celebrate"? Whatever it is, write down that exact thought that shows up. Prompt number 3. If your daughter accomplished what you just accomplished, or if your son accomplished that same thing, would you want them to celebrate it? And what would you say to them? Really sit with this one. What would you want them to believe about themselves, about their wins, and about their worth? Prompt 4. What am I afraid will happen if I actually celebrate my wins? This is the one that goes deep. I want you to think, will people think you're arrogant? Will you stop working as hard? Will you realize that you're not actually that impressive? Will someone take it away from you? Right? Whatever comes up for you, even if it sounds irrational. Amazing job. Before we wrap up, I want to share this perspective with you. I don't believe that you're bad at celebrating. I think that you, myself included, we are scared of it because celebrating means acknowledging that what you did matters. And if what you did matters, then you matter. Follow with me, follow along, because somewhere along the way, you learned that your worth comes from what's next, not from what you've already done, not from the past, but from the next thing. And so if you become satisfied with what you've done, you might get comfortable and stop instead of keep pursuing or keep performing. You might get comfy cozy or quote unquote lazy. So you keep moving, you keep proving. That rhymed. You keep accomplishing, but you never actually feel successful because you won't let yourself stop long enough to recognize it. You keep pushing that bar or dangly carrot, whatever it is. You keep pushing that measure of success further and further out until eventually you burn out. And your kids learn that achievement doesn't deserve celebration because they see what you do for work. They see you doing things every single day and they see you not celebrating anything. And so they see that hard work doesn't deserve acknowledgement or any work doesn't deserve acknowledgement. And that who they are, this is kind of extreme, but true, who they are isn't enough. And that what they do next is what determines that. What they do next is what determines their enoughness, because that's what you are telling yourself. This is getting deep, but this is a realization that I had, which is why I'm able to share this with you. And I think that it's resonating with some of you. So if these prompts and maybe the perspective that I just shared showed you something that you couldn't see before, maybe this was one of your blind spots, this is just the beginning. This kind of cracked the door open for you of the awareness, which that alone is so huge and important. But awareness without implementation just becomes another thing that you understand but don't change. It's where, like, after this episode, you can be like, wow, that was really insightful. And then you go back to the next thing you accomplished and you won't even catch yourself in the pattern in real time because all you did was listen to this one podcast. Whereas the women that I work with don't just want to understand why they can't celebrate themselves. They want to actually shift it, right? They want to feel proud without immediately minimizing it. They want to recognize their worth without needing that external validation. That external validation is just like icing on the cake. And they want to model celebration for their kids instead of constantly striving. And for what? And for who? And from all of these external places, right? So anyways, if this is speaking to you, I do have a few spots left for private coaching. And I'm also offering breakthrough intensives, which are 90-minute deep dive sessions to get to the root of what's actually keeping you overwhelmed and in that performance cycle. And I promise that you will walk away from that call not only feeling this, but with a custom plan personalized for you to continue to feel more fulfilled and connected, both in your career and with your family. There are so many business coaches out there, so many mindset coaches out there, so many mom coaches out there. And I truly am leaning in recently to the fact that my differentiator is that I'm all three. I can coach you on the business and the mindset and parenting. And it's because I can see that they all ripple into one of the other. The fact that you are unfulfilled in your career is rippling into the fact that you're unfulfilled as a mom. You might not realize that or say it out loud, or you might think of how you're not present at home, yet you're slaying it in your career, but there's a direct connection there. So anyways, I could go on and on about this. In addition to that 90-minute call with the Breakthrough Intensive, you get a 30-minute integration call 2 weeks later to ensure that you're actually implementing, and then you'll also get coaching on anything else that's coming up for you. So if you are interested in that, if you're looking for that clarity and peace and sustained fulfillment right now in just 90 minutes instead of a 4 or a 6 month coaching package, click the link in the show notes to see exactly what we will cover and to book your session. All right. Thank you guys for journaling with me today, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me for today's journal entry. If something resonated with you, I'd love to know about it. Screenshot this episode, share it on social media, and tag me at samantha.s.says. Or even leave a review, which will help more women find this podcast to create more fulfillment in their career and as a mom. And hey, if you're thinking, I wish I could get more of this, I've got you covered. Click on the link in the show notes, which I customize each week based on what we're talking about. And I always include the link to the Calm Mind Blueprint, which are my 5 journal prompts to go from overwhelm to inner peace in 2 to 10 minutes a day. Subscribe so that you catch my Thursday 5-minute journal with me episodes and next week's full episode where we will continue this journey together. I'll see you then.